Right, black and white sports supporters. Well, I literally just shot a Raiders video when this news broke 20 minutes after I talked about the Peter Schrager news that he broke. And much like I suspected, Clint Kubiak looks like he will be the Raiders' next head football coach. The Raiders are zeroing in on Clint Kubiak as their next head coach, sources tell me and Ian Rappaport. Nothing can be finalized till after the Super Bowl, but all signs are pointing towards Kubiak landing in Vegas. Kubiak will coach the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Then he's expected to head to Vegas, which owns the number 1 overall pick in April's draft. So just like I brought up in the video about Kyle Shanahan and the Falcons when he was coaching them, but everybody knew, the news came out early that he was going to the 49ers. Here we are with Clint Kubiak. It looks like Tom Brady, Mark Davis got their guy.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, black and white sports supporters. Well, we got ourselves good old-fashioned Clint Kubiak update. Peter Schrager has come out, and this is kind of what I expected. Thank very much. Falcons in the Super Bowl. Everybody on the planet basically knew Kyle Shanahan was going to the 49ers. Remember, he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons in the 28-3 Super Bowl that didn't work out so well. But everybody knew. It hadn't been announced yet, and it wasn't announced until after the Super Bowl, right? Well, a lot of people believe that's what's going to happen here with Clint Kubiak. I'm even seeing some Arizona Cardinal fans saying, hey, let's just pivot to Mike LaFleur. I get that. I understand that. I understand why he's a candidate. I've said I thought Clint Kubiak was a top 5 candidate in the entire coaching cycle. Now, if you wanted to sort of drop him down the list, maybe because Sean McDermott ended up being thrown in there, okay, but he really wasn't involved. Clint Kubiak has now met with both the Raiders brass and Arizona brass in Seattle. He will deliberate, and so will they. Seahawks leave for San Francisco today. Kubiak, like Kellen Moore a year ago in New Orleans, will likely deflect all media questions even if a decision is made. So it's going to turn into I'm not going to admit I'm taking a job anywhere else until probably the day after the Super Bowl. Win, lose, or draw. Right? So this was interesting. And look, does it mean anything? Who the hell knows? But it's too good to not share. All right? Internet sleuth described Raiders meeting with Kubiak. Says the board was titled, quote, Welcome to Vegas. And there has been a photo that has emerged on social media. Who knows, folks? Who knows, folks? An ex-user, Ryder Weiss, might not be credentialed media, but it looks like he was in the right place at the right time tonight to share a welcome update on Kubiak and the Raiders. If true, that, quote, Welcome to Vegas was written on the conference room board, there isn't a lot more that needs to be said. Right here, there's Mark Davis. There's Clint Kubiak. All right? At least we think it's Clint Kubiak. But who knows for sure? Inside the conference room, the board was titled Welcome to Vegas. Feels like the deal is done. This was them at the hotel tonight. Interesting. Right here, a little more. How did you see them? There was a massive event going on. Mark and Clint were walking around for a little bit before settling in. Just Mark and Clint were in the meeting? No. Mark and Clint were in a more public area for a while, and the meeting was held in a conference room. So this guy is claiming that he saw the conference room and the board said, "Welcome to Vegas." That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, I know there's been a lot of speculation about, I wanted to share this. I brought it up in a video the other day about there's a lot of speculation, a lot of talk. Well, Clint Kubiak comes across as too passive or too dry. Well, he may be that way with the media. I wouldn't give a shit how he is with the media. To be honest, like if he goes up there and blows his introductory press conference, it just sucks. You're like, oh hell, this guy's terrible. He's dry, blah blah blah, says something dumb. Who cares? I mean, we have found out lately, Nick Sirianni, disastrous press conference. Super Bowls and a Super Bowl victory. All right. Liam Cohen. Does anybody remember Duval? Not a great press conference. Dude just went out and showed his ass along with the Jags the entire season and nearly beat the Buffalo Bills. Probably should have. So I wouldn't care. This would be what I cared about. All right. This was Kubiak mic'd up from his time with Kansas and the Vikings. I would care about this kind of stuff with interaction with players.
Hey, Clint Kubiak, wide receivers coach. Come hang out with me today. If you can keep up with the tempo. Here we go. Let your voice be heard. Speak, speak, speak. You want to play in the game or not, you got to put it on tape right now. Let's go. Good ball security habits now. Don't let that thing swing out, especially you today, right, Seven? All day, man. We're going to preach it. Stance and start all day. It's got to be important to you. Don't fade now. Get right there. Put your eyes on it. Eyes on it. Go, mean street, mean street, mean street. Stay in control now. Just go, just go, let's go. Place by. Look it in. I don't know what happened to you, man. You're a different guy today. Explode out, QBs, explode out. All right, let's wake it up. Wake up the feet. Here we go. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Boom, good feet, like it. Oh, baby. Good placement, perfect. Cross my face, cross my face. Get it down, get it down, get it down, especially in the red zone. Nice job, great decision. Way to rip it in there. That's a good decision right there. That was good football right there. All right, D, give us a look, D. Give us a look. First down, man. First down, we got to chunk that thing downfield. First down, we got to get it here, right? Keep it alive with your legs if it's not open. Last play of the game. Good job, guys.
All right. I got to tell you, not a lot there, but enough that I would go, I feel okay about that guy. I feel okay about that. Who gives a shit how he is with the media? I'm going to say this. It feels like the Raiders could be closing in on actually getting this right. Again, Brady tried to get Ben Johnson. It didn't work out. He had to pivot. But Brady might get his guy this time. The Raiders have been really patient. And there was two guys. He zeroed in on Jesse Minter, obviously the Michigan connection, and then Clint Kubiak. You draft Fernando Mendoza. Okay. See how it works out. But you noticed that Vikings part of the video. Who was that? Kirk Cousins. Well, look, Fernando Mendoza to me, absolutely, he reminds me of a more athletic Kirk Cousins. He may actually be bigger than Kirk Cousins. He's what, 6'5", about 230, 225 maybe? All right, got maybe a slightly better arm, certainly more athletic, certainly more mobile. And you pair him up with a Clint Kubiak, I mean, the Raiders got a lot of work to do on offensive line and with skill position. No doubt about it. But the Patriots, I said the other day, I was talking about the Browns. This applies to the Raiders too. The Patriots reworked their entire team in one offseason via free agency and via the draft. And it was a quick turnaround. Bears, same kind of thing. So it can be done, and it can be done quick. If I'm a Raiders fan, do I dare say you got some hope? Kind of feels that way. It's going to be interesting. Next year's going to be interesting. Tell me what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube, what the bleep are you doing? Still, every day, what the bleep are you doing, YouTube? Unsubscribing, folks. Check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Get a membership over there. Get in on our live streams. Get on our members' videos. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.